All right, coming up on the show, we have Craig Ferguson. Yay! Here is the deal. I know this is like a needle in a haystack or whatever. There was this chick a year ago, I guess, and she called and
just before Christmas.
She said that she had a connection with Craig Ferguson, like they were supposed to be together. They were meant to be, and all of us. I mean, poor Monica. I even have a file drawer full of stuff.
Right.
Shocker. And she's going through it. And we were desperate to find that girl's phone number, the one that had the connection.
And we talked to her, and we were going to set it up, and then he went away on vacation. Then when he came back, we were gone for 2 weeks on vacation, and then it ended up that he has a book coming out, so he was going to come around later to promote the book, and we would just do it then. But it's been a while.
I don't know where it is. And I wanted to hook them up because she was fanatical.
Yeah, she was a little nutty about it.
But that's great.
We found out he's got tons of female admirers. Like, people really dig this guy.
No, but this girl, remember, she called out of the blue, and she said, I have a connection with him, and I feel like we're supposed to be together. I feel like he talks to me.
Yeah, during the monologue, he's talking to me.
Yeah, like she was good one.
She was good.
We had her number. All right, anyway. So we're looking for that chick. Hopefully she'll hear him and she'll call. In the meantime, though, we're talking about this older guy. He's 66 years old, and he killed a teenager because they walked across their lawn. We're talking about way too serious about something that doesn't even matter, where people won't let you touch their car because you get fingerprints on it, or don't touch my hair or my lawn or the Italian flag, or, take your shoes off. Don't talk bad about the football team. Like, people that go psychotic over the edge enough to kill a kid on their lawn.
That's absolutely...
That's absolutely nuts.
But even escalating it to physical violence still pretty crazy.
Yeah, absolutely. And, I mean, when what's-his-name said to me, don't put your fingers on the stainless steel refrigerator, I was like, oh, no. Now he doesn't care.
Right.
But when we first got it, he, had a thing. I was like, oh, no, he's going to get compulsive and start, wiping it down and be freaky.
Right, and it'll be a thing, and you'll constantly be under, guard that you can't touch it.
Right, and I think he thought he lost when I put my butt cheeks up against it. I'm like, don't be like that.
Perfect.
Yeah, so anyway.
Winner!
Winner, because my ass is big now. Here's David. Hi, David.
How you doing?
Hi, we're good. How are you?
Not too bad.
Good. What were you calling about?
We rule!
Go ahead.
Back at my parents' house, I had a neighbor, and he was very adamant about the parking space on the street in front of his house. At the time, I was working nights, so I came home late, 3 in the morning, and there was apparently somebody was having guests, so I normally park my car in front of my parents' house. Okay, but somebody was there, so no problem. I'm parking the street behind it. This guy comes over, and he's pissed off, ringing the doorbell at 7 in the morning, asking me to move my car.
Because you're on a public... See, people get nuts about parking in front of their car.
My
house, I'm sorry.
And the funny thing is, the local sheriff's department, they called me later that morning asking me if it would be nice if I could move it so, we could have nice neighborly relations. I was grumpy as hell because I just came off, working late, and I was just adamant with this deputy or whoever it was, isn't it a public street? Isn't it public? And he wouldn't admit it for 5 minutes. I kept going, is it a public street or is it private? He finally said, no, it's public, so anybody can park there, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah, and it's weird because when they buy their house and they know they have public parking in front of their house, it seems like the realtor always shows it with nobody parking in front of that house.
Yeah, it does seem like that.
Doesn't it? It seems like a weird thing. Like they maneuver people not to be parking in front of the house when they show it.
I have a neighbor right now that has a storage container parked half into my property up against our driveway, which has got me pissed. I've called the city and asked them to move it and everything.
Right.
And then last week there was no parking. I parked my car in front of his house where that damn storage container should be. He freaking came over, rang the doorbell, and asked me to move my car.
Did you say move your storage?
And I said, move that effing storage container, you little Chinese bastard.
Oh,
I didn't mean to say that.
And what did he say?
He was like, it was a shocker to him that I had been pissed off this thing was there and had been calling the construction company, telling them to move it.
Uh-huh.
And he was like, I didn't know, but I need to put something where your car is.
But see, that's the thing, with David, you don't even know sometimes you're pissing people off.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
And the funny thing is, for the rest of the week, he would get up early and park both his cars from his driveway right in the space, one in front of his and where I would normally park.
What
To
effort.
make his point. It's like, I don't care. I'll just park on the other side of the
What
street.
effort that guy went into just to take those spots. Oh, my
do you
God.
not
What a
feel
miserable
weird?
life, though.
I heard later he ended up having a stroke. I don't know if it's related. Part of me wants to think it is.
Yeah, because think about it, David. What a miserable life to sit there and just worry about that.
Exactly. It's like, look, it's a public street. I came in late. I don't want to be bugged. I got the permit that my city needs. I parked in the street. Your driveway's free. I'm not blocking anybody.
We had a psycho neighbor like that, and one of our other neighbors put out the kids playing cones, kids are
right.
playing.
Oh, yeah.
And Bunny, the psycho neighbor, came over, started screaming at her, saying it's not in our covenant, it's not in our homeowners
agreement or
to
whatever.
allow for cones to be in the roads that say children playing. She flipped
Wow.
out. I'm not kidding. People are crazy what they care about. They're just crazy. David, they're all just crazy bastards. They all need to be shot.
I have to agree with you. And I got one other thing to say to you, Jamie.
Yeah.
Blaming you for making me listen to country music now.
Oh, way to go.
I
You
used to be
ruined
like
them.
Stench. I used to hate it, but since you guys started playing it, I got into it.
Oh, don't tell my bosses. They'll be real pissed.
I listen to you guys every day, but then, sometimes when I can't get to the radio, something different, I'll put in the country.
Oh,
yeah.
look what's happening, David. This is
know what
almost
the
a
hell's going on.
tragedy, friends. He's in L.A.
call,
listening
Jamie.
to country. Thanks, David. Thanks for the phone call.
Thank you.
All right, bye. See, that's the one reason why country doesn't work here, because it's L.A. and you don't feel cool with your windows rolled down.
Right.
Oh, if I had country on, let's just say, and it was playing, and I rolled up to a red light, the windows would go up, and I would turn it down.
What? What are you guys talking about? Yeah.
Closet country fan.
That's what LA is. They're closet people because you can't be cool listening to country on Sunset.
Nope.
No.
I mean, picture that.
They don't play country at the Saddle Ranch.
Yeah, I know. They don't even play it there. You're right. It's crazy. Here is Eva. Hi, Eva.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you guys?
We are good. What were you calling about?
Well, I've been dating this guy for about 6 months. 3 of them were on the phone because he lives far away. Like, cute text messages every day. Every day we would talk. And then 3 months ago, he moved here, and we had sex probably about 5 to 6 times.
All right.
First time sucked ass. Second, third, fourth got better. And then 2 nights ago, we had...
Did you push that?
No.
Okay. She said the first time sucked ass.
Yeah, that's what she said.
Yeah. So you're okay.
Right.
But should that be in correlation with the first time you've had sex?
Right.
Yeah.
It was
Unless you're very adventurous.
Right. It was a description, not an
action.
Right.
Okay, because it threw me off a little bit, and I
Right.
feel a little like queasy.
Third, fourth, fifth time got a little better, though.
Right.
Is that what she said?
Yes.
All right. We're going to find out the rest of the suck ass got a little better story when we come back. Wow. This is an email that just only happens in LA, by the way. This is so not relatable to anybody else in the world. It says, it's to Stench, and it's an email. It says, I know that you've been talking about parking in front of houses, and I agree. It is not something to make you crazy, but... Yes, here it comes, after the but. What about when your neighbor's in the movie industry and brings his big old set of dressing room trailers home, parking them in front of your house when the front of his is clear? That is a commercial vehicle parked on the residential street. His position was the same as what you have been talking about. That's too bad. This is a public street.
It is a public street, and there's nothing you can do about it, which sucks. That neighbor's just an ass.
Who brings their dressing room trailer home?
I know, that's random.
That is random.
I get it because they probably have to go on location really early, so they bring it home and leave straight from
No.
home.
That's
to
like
the
a union thing.
set.
Union guys have to drive that and park it. You're not even allowed to,
Yeah,
get anywhere
that's
near
weird.
driving it.
Or maybe somebody's living in it.
Yeah.
I always like that. In my neighborhood, there's a bunch of motorhomes that are beat up and people living in them.
Oh.
Yeah, those are cool. I always think they're creepy and rape people. I do. They're totally creepy people because
They
they're
are
like
creepy.
they're
Yeah, they
bad.
are creepy
I
people.
mean, it's weird. The motorhome is like an indication of either you're a billionaire or you are homeless.
Right.
Yeah.
Because there's that posse of motorhomes that are like $1 million motorhomes. You're like,
Yeah,
whoa, I'll
the
never have it.
satellites
And
and the crazy stuff.
you
Yeah.
look up to them. You're like
Yeah.
in awe. You're like, what do those people do? Oh my God, they're millionaires. And then there's the motorhomes that sit in my neighborhood where you're like, oh, these people rape and pillage.
But there's the one exception to the rule.
Which is?
Trapper John, the doctor, lived in a motorhome in the parking lot.
Yeah! Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Outside of that, you're homeless or you're really
Well,
rich.
that's like people who live on boats.
Yeah.
They're either
same
real
thing.
high class people and you're like, wow, or it's like this fringe society kind of creepy
Carny.
You
boat
either,
person.
yeah, that's so true. You either go, I'll never have that, or you go, I never want that.
Right. Yeah. There's no middle ground.
It's exactly the same life on road or water. Yeah, you're like, oh my God, or ooh.
Floating motorhome.
And it's the same thing. The one in the houseboat that's like falling apart, half sinking, raper.
Right. Creepy,
Yeah.
like weird guy that
Totally.
you don't want to talk to.
Customized van guy.
Yep.
Yeah, totally rapes and pillages.
Barfly.
Yep, it just yucky, creepy guy. Doesn't shower. All right, anyway. That's what we're talking about this morning. Also, oh my God, a bad thing happened to my friend Robert Lyles. Do you guys know Robert Lyles?
Yes.
Well, Good news. You know, everybody's like, oh my God, he's gay. He's not gay. I've told you that a million times. I have proof he's not gay.
Okay.
What did you do him?
Yeah, how?
No, I gave him a plastic vagina available at jamiewhite.com that you can have relations with if you haven't had relations as a man with anything for a long time.
Right.
And it's better than a sheep.
Right.
And it's legal.
Right.
Except for I think you can't buy it in Alabama. But anyway, that's a whole different story. So I gave him this plastic vagina, and he's like, I am not, because he hasn't had sex in like 20 years. So I'm like, dude, just knock one off with the plastic vagina. Because it's romantic. That's how I put it romantically.
Right.
I'm like,
Light some candles.
Yeah, light some candles, turn on a nice movie.
Right.
And have yourself a glass of wine and pretend like she's like a whole woman, not just that she's an amputee.
Armor all her up good.
Like a real good amputee, like without a head.
Right. Stench's dream date.
Do people really use those, or are they just gag gifts?
I think they're gag gifts.
I would think that's a gag gift.
I think there's somebody in a beat-up RV who loves that thing.
I think you give them for bachelorette parties, like a ha-ha.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really know of anybody that humps a plastic
Or
vagina.
to your buddy as a joke.
Until I met Robert Lyles.
Which
What?
is a flaw in your theory, which makes me think that maybe he's not straight because maybe he took it home to take to brunch and show all the other boys, look what these crazy straight people have.
No, Jack. First of all, he's totally
man.
straight. I've told you that. A girl broke his heart, and now he's never connected again. He's like never. Would a man like that's straight lick a woman's toes? No.
Okay.
Would a man that is straight do that dance that he did with me at the Palms?
Ugh.
Y'all are some crazy Caucasians.
Look, everybody, Robert Lyles. So what happened with the plastic vagina?
Well, I take my car to the car wash to get washed after the marathon, and they're waxing it and everything. And I notice and they finish off, they open the trunk and they're cleaning out the trunk, and I put the plastic hoo-ha. I smuggled it out of my office like a month ago and put it in the trunk and forgot about it.
Right.
And so I noticed because there are two people working on the car, and they
Called
pull it
people
out.
around.
And they're like pointing and laughing, and I'm like, oh, how am I going to get out of here? So they're almost done with the car, so I walk over. I mean, they shut the trunk. I open the trunk and give it to the guy. It's like, there's your tip. And
he drove off pissed.
I sped off.
He
So
gave him
now-
a plastic vagina as a tip.
I gave
Now
him
we
a
can't go
plastic
back
hoo-ha
there.
as a tip.
Robert, maybe not the right move because now they think you're angry because they busted you on something.
You're some kind
I
of
can't
pervert.
ever
Yeah.
go back there again.
No, you can't. You're
Yeah.
right.
Oh, my
you
God.
can't. You had a plastic vagina in your trunk.
Creepy
you.
weirdo.
I know, but you're the guy that took it home.
Well, I
Was it
forgot. I
open?
put it in the trunk and I forgot about it.
I know, but why were you taking it home?
Where was I to take it? Should
But-
I take it to the marathon with me?
I'm just saying, like, why'd you take it home? Like, I have a bunch of stuff in my office I've never taken
Right.
home because it's just not practical.
Because I didn't want the people who clean my office to come in here and see it.
Why?
Why just
I
smuggle
have
it out of here?
I have every kind of dildo in the world in my office. I have the things I
Hundreds.
have is wrong in my office,
And
and that's why I keep it here.
Right.
right.
You could build a latex person out of all the parts she has in there.
Yeah, and I just keep it here because some of it's funny. People have sent it to me.
You
Some
got
of
it
it we
mounted on your wall.
I know. I mean, some of it we sell.
She's
it's a
proud
demo.
of it. It's art.
Oh God, they're like awards. They're like I can't do that. I'm in
No,
management.
you're right. You just take yours home.
Creepy weirdo.
What? I got it from you. I didn't go in the store and buy
It would have made a nice addition to his dungeon.
What were you gonna do with it when you got it home?
Oh, are you on the air?
I mean, were you gonna make love to it?
I was probably going to give it to someone.
No. Who do you know? You give caviar for
He
Christmas.
was going to regift it and give it to little Robert.
You know, there is a rumor here that there's somebody that lives at your house that known as Little Robert.
Well, I don't understand.
There's a rumor around. I'll just tell you.
I
now.
haven't heard that one.
Well, I'll just tell you the truth.
You bought him in the mail.
There's a rumor in our building
Yes.
that you have a man living at your house, and they call him Little Robert.
I haven't heard that one.
You ordered him from Thailand.
But I still say you're straight.
Thank you very much.
You are. I mean, that dance you did with
Nobody
me.
believes it.
Nobody believes it, but I really think you
Okay.
love women.
I have an idea then.
Okay.
By
And
the
he's
way,
going to hate this.
What?
A Stench and Jack straight guy makeover.
Yep.
And we make you over to look manly then and not
here's
Prada.
how it starts.
That's so funny coming from you.
Oh,
Hey,
but Jack's
you
at
make
least
me
manly.
look like a lumberjack,
Yeah,
Robert.
You do.
What if they manned you up a little bit?
How would you do that?
Okay, first of all, we got to get some Sizzler buffet going just to get you in the mood.
You have
and then,
to eat that at the Sizzler.
Yeah, and then we're going to take you to probably Target and just do a whole
Yeah.
wardrobe makeover.
After a couple canned beers.
Or,
Yeah.
you know what? You can take him where, what's his name? Go take him to some of the skate shops.
Oh, yeah, we could totally. He could give
Yeah.
a nice skate makeover.
Element.
Let's go to one of those monster truck pull things.
Oh, we'll
Those,
take.
those are fun.
That's where it ends, and then that's where this is the ultimate test. We go to the monster truck pull, we get in the mud bog right down front row, we pound a bunch of beer, and then we fight.
Oh, cool. We'll get there. We'll, do they have valet or anything, or is there boxes?
No.
And the other thing is you have to fart and be proud of it.
Yeah.
And you have to drive us
I don't
around
think I can do this.
in Stench's truck. Not
Yeah.
a little luxury German car in
No.
a truck all
In
night.
a full-size
Yeah.
Titan.
Right.
You
my
have to
God.
drive around in a full-size Titan.
With
With a-
pipes on it, and when we pass a
Right.
hot girl, you got to put it in neutral and go, whoppa!
And we'll have a load of sod in the back, just so it looks like we may garden at any minute.
yeah.
That's
yeah.
a lot of work. I don't know.
Come
Yeah.
on, Robert.
Come on, Robert.
I don't know.
Come on, Robert. And we'll get you some baggy jeans that
Yeah.
hang off your ass a little bit so we
Can
can
they
see.
be Prada or
And
no?
cheap
No.
shoes, Robert.
Oh,
really
yeah.
cheap shoes.
Jeans have to be Lee, Gap, or Levi's.
I'm allergic to cheap clothes.
Wranglers.
I swear he's straight. I swear he's straight. Robert, you make it impossible for me, you bastard. Jeez, oh, Pizzo. All right, Robert.
Okay.
Okay, bye. I'm sorry. I have another plastic vagina in the office if you want it. Okay. Well, the girls go wild with this guy. We've talked about him all morning. People love him, especially women. He has this weird, like, there's this thing with women. We even got a phone call from a woman that called us about a month ago, and she's like, I got to meet him. I love him. I have a connection with him. Please, I'll do anything if I can meet Craig Ferguson.
That was a random unsolicited call, too.
Yeah, just out of nowhere. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we finally found him. It's Craig Ferguson!
Yay!
Good morning. That's a little spooky, what you just said.
No, I'm telling you, there's this woman. We can't find her phone number. I kept it in a file, and that file's gone. But she wanted.
I kept it in a file which I don't really keep.
I know, I can't find it. And this woman said that she watches you every night on the Late Late Show, and on CBS, by the way. And she says that she has a connection with you.
Well, maybe she does. You know, I hold on a second. I'm just got Milo. I'm talking to the nice people on the radio station. I'm just giving my son breakfast.
Yeah, because I don't know if she had a connection with the kids.
No, she doesn't. The one that has the connection with the kid calls me direct. Trust me.
Now, are you a married man?
No, I'm divorced, but I got a son, and we stumble through life together.
And how old is he?
He's 4.5.
4.5.
Hey, you want to say hi?
Yeah, we'd love to.
Hey, Milo, you want to say hi to Jamie?
Hi.
Oh, well, go on, say hi.
Hi.
Hi, Jamie.
Hi, Milo. How old are you?
I'm 4.5.
4. When will you be 5?
After 4.
Exactly.
See you later.
Okay, bye.
Don't try to be a smartass with my kid.
He's a smart kid. When will you be 5? After 4, dumbass. Duh. Man, that's a smart kid.
He's a very smart boy, yeah.
Yeah, so you're raising him as a single father, are you?
Yeah, I raised his mom and I share custody, so we live just down the street from each other, so we work it out.
Oh, right down the street. That's got to be creepy.
Yeah.
Because she knows when you have babes over.
Okay, so anyway,
I wouldn't want to see other people's cars in my husband's
Right.
driveway, but that's just me. Anyway, the Late Late Show, a big success, 12:35 weeknights on CBS. Can we get that a little earlier there, Craig?
no, I like it at 12:30. That way you don't have to talk to the network executives.
Ah.
Excuse me, I'm talking to the radio station. Please fry in the snail and eat your sausages, and then we'll go to school.
What?
Okay, Milo has to tell me something.
Okay.
Hold on. Yeah, what is it?
Can I watch the Lori Affair?
You can watch the DVD for 5 minutes before school, but you have to get ready first and brush your teeth.
No, only select the song.
Only select a song? All right.
You're not supposed to negotiate with your kids like that. I saw the Super Nanny.
Oh, yeah? well, you know what? You're expecting a kid, right?
Yeah, I got knocked out.
And you don't have one yet.
No, I figure TV is my best babysitter. I'm plopping that kid in front of TV for life.
Because trust me, the only people I've met who absolutely know how to raise kids are people who don't have them or people who are pregnant.
Yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly on that. Yeah. And that super nanny, by the way, all those super nannies, they don't have kids.
Yeah, of course they don't.
Yeah, but they tell you how to do it, but they don't. None of them have kids. They're
That's
just
because they get to leave at the end of the day.
exactly. Now I understand you're doing a little comedy something at the Brea Improv.
I'm doing a little comedy something, the Brea Improv Thursday and Friday night. Then I'm going up to Las Vegas on Saturday.
Oh, wow.
To do a show up there too.
Thursday and Friday, and it's at the Brea Improv. How do they get? I didn't even ask this.
Improv.com. You can go on and click on a Brea Improv and get hooked up with tickets.
Hey, guess what, Craig?
Yeah.
I'm sorry I was distracted for a minute, but we found the girl.
Okay.
All right,
on.
Craig.
Chrissy.
Yes, good morning.
I've been looking for your number all week, forever, when we knew that Craig was going to be on the show.
Well, I'm so sorry that you were, working feverishly.
So you're the one that called, like, I don't know, a couple months ago, and you said that there was a thing with him.
Well, it's not so much a thing. It's that I think he's brilliant, and he's done, so much in his career, and kind of found what his niche is. Clearly he loves what he does.
I remember
hold
you
on.
said that there
Yeah.
was a thing.
You called us,
Connection.
by the way, out of the blue. We weren't talking about him at all. You
No.
called and said you watch him at night and feel like there's a connection.
Yeah, be truthful, Chrissy.
We have
I am.
Chrissy, you don't have to take this. These people work in radio. They're not the FBI.
But we know. We talked to her on the air. Now she's like...
Now she's calling us liars.
Yeah, she's...
They have no legal jurisdiction on you, Chrissy.
Now, I know this makes good radio.
Hold on.
Why would we make that up? Why would we make that up? That's retarded. It's not even interesting. I mean, like, we wouldn't make this up because it's going to be so fabulous and fascinating that somebody's obsessed with him. It was you.
Right, like we're trying to slander some
I
random
didn't say
girl.
that I was obsessed. I said I would like to meet him because
Yes.
I think that we'd have a lot in common.
Okay, well, here he is, and now is your time.
Well, excellent.
All right, so you have a couple of questions for Craig?
Well, actually, if he's, single and interested in, a creative and successful Los Angelino, mid-40s,
Yeah,
blonde,
Craig.
attractive.
You sound absolutely charming, and it's a lovely idea. Unfortunately, I've just gone gay.
Craig.
No, I have. It's nothing personal. I went this morning.
Wow, watch the phone lines light up with young men now.
Yeah, hey, we got some. Hey, come here, gang. Wow, Chrissy?
Yes.
If you really want to be a stalker, you need to go to the Brea Improv. He's going to be there. The Brea Improv, he's going to be there Thursday and Friday. Do you really want to meet him?
Yes, and just an introduction.
And you're blonde, you're 40-something, you're attractive, you have your mind in the right place.
Absolutely.
And so what is it about seeing Craig Ferguson every night on the Late Late Show that makes you feel like that you're supposed to be together?
Well, to clarify, I'm a working stiff. In fact, I'm at work right now, so I don't watch him every night. I watch him on Friday
way
night.
to go.
Oh,
Way to win him
thank
over.
you. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Because sometimes I thought I had a connection with Bobby Brady.
You did, though.
I thought I had a connection with Betty White.
And little did we know Mrs. Brady really was having the connection. Or no, that was the older one.
Yeah.
No, that was it Bobby? No, it was Craig. That's
Yeah,
right.
Greg.
Yeah. All right, hold on, Chrissy, because and hold on, Craig, because there's a little controversy going on here, brewing. Hey, Desiree.
Hey.
Hi,
Hey.
meet Craig Ferguson.
Hi, Craig.
Hi, Desiree.
How are you?
I've got a little bit of a sore throat this morning, and my feet are cold, but I'm all right.
Nice, good time.
All right, so go ahead.
I called because I heard Chrissy the first time, and I'm the daughter of a celebrity whose stepmother's lifelong ambition was to find my father and marry him because of his name.
Wow.
Yeah, so it was either between my father and Kiefer Sutherland. That was her lifelong ambition. My father doesn't realize this. I mean, I'm like trying to knock on his head, like, hello, she just married your name. But I heard Chrissy the first time, and she was like a little manic obsessed. And she was, oh, my God, Craig, I have this connection with him. We're meant to be and all this stuff. And I was just like, whoa, psycho number 2. She should meet my stepmom.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Don't you love our show, Craig? I mean, really, like.
I got to tell you, I can screw up my own life without your help.
I mean, we just bring you really every facet of Hollywood, you know, from the girl who knows her stepmom married her dad because he's famous, to calling out Chrissy on her crap. I mean, this is just a beautiful show. I love this show.
I love it. It is the California show. I want to know who Desiree's dad is.
I do too, but I bet, Desiree, will you tell us?
Oh, sure. Well, he's a 80s one-hit wonder in America. It's Gary Newman.
Oh, yeah. You're the only one that had balls to say that.
That people who know me don't even know that my dad had his one-hit wonder because it's rather embarrassing at times to even bring it up.
Well, you know what? I think that if your stepmom is that dedicated, then she did him a favor. I mean, she obviously did her homework.
Yeah, that's right. And I mean, you know, I can see why she picked him over Kiefer Sutherland.
Well, I mean, the woman has had 10 plastic surgery procedures to look like my mother.
Wow.
That's
She's
creepy.
an exact replica of my mother, and she's 8 years older than I am. And I'm just like, oh, man, wow.
Wow, she wanted to look like your real mom?
Yeah, she's had up to different plastic surgeries and looks like my mom.
Wow.
That's cool.
See what we
Creepy.
learned, Craig?
Anyone on the movie rights to your life, Desiree?
Hey, we brought you one other person, and then we'll let you go. Look, it's Gig, the gay intern.
Yay!
Meet Craig Ferguson. He just turned gay this morning.
Oh, wow.
I'm flip-flopping a little bit.
Back and forth.
All right, hey, Chrissy.
Yes.
Chrissy's pissed.
Yeah.
No, I'm just listening.
All right, Chrissy, what we're going to do is I think we can probably get you a pair of tickets to the Bray Improv. Would you like to go Thursday or Friday?
Friday, please.
Friday. Okay,
Friday.
so we're going to send you there, all right? And I hope you meet him in person.
Great, thank you.
Okay,
Come
hold
along,
on.
Chrissy. It'd be lovely to meet you.
Same here.
Oh, see, that's sweet.
You're so nice, Craig.
Craig, she got a little pissy, huh?
We mocked her and made her look crazy in front of the whole town. And the man she loves.
All right, so Craig, where's your show, by the way, in Las Vegas?
In the Tropicana Casino.
Tropicana, love that place. Isn't that the place you can swim underneath it?
Yeah, you can swim underneath it, and everyone gets their own jetpack. It's a while since I've been.
Yeah, that's awesome, that Tropicana. All right, and again, you can see him on The Late Late Show. He's on at 12:30 weeknights on CBS. And don't forget, he's at the Bray Improv. He's going to be there this Thursday and Friday. And you can go on Friday especially and see Chrissy.
Yeah.
Thank you, Craig.
All right, thank you.
All right, nice to
Bye.
meet your son, too. Bye.
Jamie J.7.
You know, I was just thinking about Desiree and how her stepmonster went through so much plastic surgery to look like a real mom. And, you know, I had a plastic surgeon. I had a stepmonster in my life, my ex-husband's ex-wife. The last thing I want to ever do is try to look like her in my life. I tried to look totally opposite of her.
My wife comes home with plastic surgery to look like my ex. I'm punching her in the face and throwing her out.
Well, yeah, exactly. I mean, it's just crazy.
Yeah, don't want to look at that person anymore.
What if your wife wanted to look like your ex-girlfriend?
I don't get the logic in that. If he divorced that lady, why would you want to look like her?
I don't know. It's Desiree.
And she was a lot younger because she said the girl's only 8 years older than Desiree.
Yeah.
All right, new theory though. Unless he was devastated by his ex-wife left him, and then she knew that he was brokenhearted and wanted to, knew
Look
that
like her.
He would want that.
Because my, whatever he is, his ex-girlfriend has that ugly ass tattoo across her back, which I think is hideous. Last thing I'm ever going to do in my life is get that ugly ass tattoo across my back.
Right.
And I saw it in her glamour shots.
Ooh.
That's right. You got
In
to see
her,
glamour.
like,
Oh, you did see glam shots.
With that rose going across her fat belly.
Yeah, the glam clam.
Which it was all sucked in, and she was trying to hold it in. And she had like a half bra on, which is the most unattractive bra in the world, is the half bra.
Oh, like the half a cup or whatever?
Yeah, it's like the half bra if you're wearing a strapless dress.
Oh, right.
She didn't even have a pretty bra on. She had the half bra like she got it at Walmart. I'm like, dude.
Girls are so damn catty.
No, I'm just saying, if you're going to get glamour shots, get something from like, something nice and sexy. Don't get the Walmart half black bra because you might wear something strapless later. I was embarrassed for him. But that's just me. Anyway, that's just me. Not going to wear the black half bra from Walmart in my glamour shot. But
Are you going to get glamour shots?
yeah, I'm not even going to, yeah.
At what age do you become too old for glamour shots?
At what age do you even become the age to do it? I mean, it's ridiculous.
I think it's either really young people or really old people. I don't think you do it in between.
I think it's people that are stupid.
You have to have some. You really have some like self-esteem if you'll do that.
If you get all
Last
naked
thing in the world
do.
I'm going to think to give someone as a gift is a hot picture of me.
Yeah.
Never.
Let's go
In
get
your
him.
black half bra from Walmart.
Jack and I should get glamour shots
We
and put them
should
on
go
the
get
web.
Oh, yeah, and the soft focus.
Oh, the whole
yeah,
thing.
fuzzy. Fuzzy. I like fuzzy. It's yeah, because I like it because if you're so old to get them, that means that you have to be fuzzied out. And she
Right.
was a little chunky, and so she has that rose across her belly, and she's sucking it in, and then her black half bra is like.
How
I
much
should post
fuzzy-
them on the internet.
Yeah. How much fuzzy
Do you
can
still
they
have
do?
them?
I have them.
You can just take her face off of them and put.
Yeah,
the,
why don't I do that? I'll just take her head off and I'll
There you
put them
go.
on the internet. In her black half bra. So y'all know what I'm talking about. It's the strapless bra.
I know what you're talking
Is
about.
that the most hideous woman bra?
See, but I didn't know. I didn't know that was a bad thing. I thought.
Well, it's
bra is a
usually
bra.
not because you're wearing it under a strapless dress. You're not wearing it for a glamour shot.
Yeah, it's not the kind you show off. It's not a showy bra. I thought
think
that was
she
more
was
of a
poor.
functional bra.
I think she was poor, and that's all Walmart had in the mountains.
It was that or a
Yeah,
sports bra.
yeah.
And sports bra's not really
Not
sexy.
real nice, yeah. All right. Anyway, what were we talking about before we went to black half
Everything.
bra?
Talking about stalkers. Talking about Chrissy's stepmom having the plastic surgery.
Holy Toledo. All right, I'm just going to push the random calls of the world button. We have one of those buttons here.
Wow.
Look at it, random calls of the world.
It's big like the deal or no deal button.
You know, it really is. Wow. I forgot to ask Craig Ferguson, who's having Howie Mandel on tonight,
Yes. That's
if he's going to shake his hand.
No, he's probably going to pound. Howie won't shake your hand.
Yeah, that's true.
It's not an option. Howie's crazy.
Okay, RCOTW button has been pushed.
All right.
The
The
random call.
Rakatwa.
Random calls of the world.
It doesn't really, is it?
It doesn't flow.
Well, the T,
Rocco
for whatever
Till.
reason, the never counts.
Random calls.
T and O
of-
don't usually count, right? Of the.
So it's just RCW, random calls world?
You add in of the.
Of the. Yeah.
I don't know.
They're not real
Reese,
words.
what do you think?
Well,
Would you add the O and the T to make it Arcot W?
Well, I don't know exactly if I would add that or not. And living 2 miles from LAX, I can't hear you guys too well when the planes go by.
We're
but-
not making any sense. So if you don't understand what we're talking about, it's not
Right.
you, it's us.
Yeah.
But but actually, I've been listening to you guys for a long time.
Oh,
and,
holy hell, I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Oh, it's plenty fun. I've been up since 5 a.m. So hey, I think you guys are hilarious.
Well, then, damn it, Reese, tell us how you'd abbreviate random calls of the world.
Random calls
Of the world. How would you? Yeah. How would you do that? RCOTW.
I would stick with that.
Yeah. All right. Or just RCOTs.
RCOTs?
Yeah. Random calls of the. And then just add world. I don't. Okay. Hi, Reese.
Hi, you guys rule.
We rule sometimes.
I just saw our bosses here too. This is great.
Yeah, way to choke now.
Oh my God, Jack led me into the random calls of the world discussion.
Don't follow Jack.
It's Jack's fault.
It is my fault.
Well, don't worry, Jamie. I'm smoking a cigarette for you, so don't sweat it too much.
Oh, okay, Reese. Ear. Go ahead.
Well, earlier you said that you had dated somebody that was like 10 years older than you,
Uh-huh.
and now you're dating somebody that's a little bit younger.
Yes, but did I say it with my nose pinched? Oh.
That was good
You're not
fun.
very
Yeah.
nice.
I'm getting over a cold. Leave me alone.
Right. Every
Okay.
smoker is.
Right.
Very funny.
It's time for random phlegm of the world.
But what I was going to say though is that I actually currently right now I'm dating somebody who is 7 years younger than I am.
Yeah. Do you
And-
use those loogies as lube?
Oh,
No.
God.
Criminy.
What?
That's disgusting.
Have you ever used a loogie as a lube?
No.
Oh.
I had a guy spit down there once.
Oh,
I felt
God.
violated.
You
So
should.
do I.
I mean, on my shoe. He spit on my shoe.
Okay.
I had to change it up
That's still
because you guys were so appalled.
It's nasty.
He did. He loogied.
Oh.
No way.
Yes.
A guy looking on your who's
Fancy pants.
Oh.
Yes, he did.
He's a
Were you
dentist. He should
appalled?
know better.
Yeah, we were doing it on the steps.
Did you get up and run?
I was just like, did you just do that?
Oh my God, that's so foul.
We were dirty. And the steps at his house. I remember because I was so humiliated What, y'all never been spit on?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Well,
Exactly. Men get spit on all the time. Y'all, we just don't go.
Well, yeah.
Are we talking about what?
no, we're not talking about anything.
Exactly. Isn't that a porn?
I think my wife's running away with Mr. Softy.
Is this such a long story for off the air and like blogs or something? Like, Jack, I don't know where this goes.
I don't either.
I don't think Mr. Softy's story can go on the air. It's like a porn I saw.
It's bizarre.
All right, not to leave you guys out. I'm sorry. Maybe Jack will try to do a Mr. Softy update.
I'll try, but it doesn't even make sense to me.
It's bizarre.
Let's just say it involves Stench's wife, Mr. Softy, and a whole bunch of car dealers.
Right, and
Yeah.
somehow Stench's wife has hooked up with Mr. Softy, the ice cream man,
Yeah.
to schmooze clients.
They travel together like a superhero team.
And I don't get any ice cream.
It's because his wife is in sales, and so she hooked up with this ice cream guy to schmooze clients.
Yeah.
And his name is Mr. Softy, and they travel the world together, and they show up on different.
And I don't get any ice cream.
In an ice cream truck.
Right, it is like they're superheroes.
They're like superheroes. Fighting hunger at car dealerships around the world.
Oh, I'm sorry. All right, we weren't even going to tell that story.
Yeah.
It's great, though.
It's bizarre. And I don't get any ice
You're
cream.
going to get in trouble, though.
I'm going to get in trouble now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll hook you up with somebody, too.
I want ice cream.
But your wife should come out with Mr. Softy porn.
That's what they're doing in the truck. That's the side money.
We'll get you in the Wienermobile, and you can be
Yeah.
like the bad guy.
I want to drive the Wienermobile.
All right.
I'm pissed.
Tell us how long before your wife emails you, texts you, or whatever.
I know. Are you talking about my Mr. Softy guy? No.
No, we don't know what you're talking about. Huh? What? No. All right. I don't want to talk. Monica, can you lose the spit people?
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Because it's grossing me out a little.
That is
Yeah.
gross.
Jennifer, she's been spit on, totally normal. Monica agrees with Jamie, spit gross. But here's one for the masses. Here's one you all love. Michael, welcome to the show.
Hey, what's going on?
It's the second day of spring and we're celebrating.
Yeah.
It's kind of chilly, though, outside for spring, though, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes, it is, my
Chilly
homosexual
Willy.
friend.
Well, that I am.
All right, so what were you calling about? We're done with spit talk.
Okay, I was calling about the acronym you guys are looking for. I was thinking screw the T and just keep it as our cow.
Our cow. And what was the
Random
whole-
calls of the world.
Real
Oh,
callers
yeah,
of the-
our cow.
Let's go to our cow.
Woo, Michael, you're the winner.
Nice.
Yay!
Why did it take him? And when there's
It did. We told you that. First thing we
you
said
didn't
is,
say our cow.
don't you not have, we didn't say our cow. We said, don't
Exactly.
you drop the T.
What I'm saying is, I know you said
And
the
what is
O
it if
and
you-
the T.
What if you drop the T? No, then Jack doing the O because he's stupid.
Random calls of the world is now called our cow. I love it,
Fantastic.
Michael.
That's
Why did it
awesome.
take you? You know, it always. Are you black?
No, I'm Latin.
Random
Well, no,
Black.
because I'm asking you because see, I thought he was black and that he was gay, and it always takes a black gay man to think of ideas for this show.
Yeah.
That's
That's
true.
why
Well,
we
I
have
do-
Robert Lyles.
I do have this black woman that emerges from my body from time and again, but, that happens.
Really? And
Yes,
what's her
yes.
name?
Her name is Latifah Jenkins.
Wow.
Wow. Is she? Do you have medication to help her?
I forget to take it sometimes, but yes, I do have it.
Wow.
Wow. Did he just hang up?
No, I can hear him.
Oh.
That was a fun one.
Oh, my
I love
God.
fun people. Fun people are fun.
Everyone listens to this show is fun, I'm finding out.
Yeah, I love this show because we just bring out a lot of different people. Yvette, hi.
Hi.
Hi. Welcome to our show of fun.
We rule.
Go ahead.
Okay, I have a story about weird neighbors.
Oh, okay.
Where do you
So-
live?
You guys were talking about how, public street, you can't park. We had a lady like that. We bought a house, and she would park her, actually put her trash cans on the street so you couldn't park there.
Uh-huh.
Well, didn't end there. When we bought the house, she believed that 5,000 square feet in the backyard belonged to her. That was on our property because she watered it for the last 20 years. So
Oh, why are
after
you
that,
guys acting like you care?
Oh, I'm so into this.
Well, I wanna
So
hear,
then what
did they
happened?
get crazy?
Why are you? You're totally like go. You
We're
even
humoring
both.
it.
What if they loped out or something?
Oh my God! You both went, huh? Like.
We're humoring her.
Yes.
Why are you calling us out?
Because you both were like, huh?
We can
And
play
I'm
loud
thinking,
music over her while she continues to
I-
talk.
Oh, that's a fun
no.
game.
Right, and I actually was just thinking of a Mr. Softy and just trying to keep her going so I could have the Mr. Softy images in my head.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, so she kind of would come over and start cussing all the workers out that were working out there and telling them,
That bitch.
she was going to send the police over.
No.
Because some of the guys didn't have papers. She said she was.
Good call.
Yeah, that was random.
So finally, one of my cousins came up with the idea. He was a mobster in Europe. Great, my dad started cussing them out.
A lot of swearing.
And it worked?
They kind of freaked out and just started bringing their trash cans. They got surveyed, and we ended up getting our property back. Plus,
See, she won.
Wow,
Yay.
see?
Good for you.
Congratulations.
See, I told you it was a good story.
I was wrong, Yvette. That was a good story. All right, well,
I
thank
thought
you
it was
for your...
okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
What'd she say?
Hey.
What did you say at the end?
I said I think it was an okay story.
It was a good story, and shame on those guys for thinking it was going to be.
Oh, wow.
You bet. We're glad you got
ruled.
your trash bags back. We ruled.
we
Thank
ruled.
you.
yeah.
She got
All
her
right.
land back,
I
not her
meant-
trash bag.
5,000 square feet of her land that the neighbor watered.
Plus some.
And European
How
mobsters.
did you guys...
Yes.
How?
They lied and said they were European
But,
monsters.
excuse
And
me.
cussed her out.
And cussed her
And
out.
then she even brought
But
her
the
trash
cops
cans
came.
in.
So they had a surveyor come out and realize not only was that their land, but then more was their land.
How did you...
And the illegal alien workers that were there, she called the police on them.
Don't you listen?
God.
Hey, Monica, could you give me Miss Wendy's number? Speaking of
Oh, wow.
No.
We haven't talked to her. Her kid's got to be almost 2 now, right?
Well, I thought we call Hawaii because it's been raining. It's been
Right. Oh.
raining like a mother.
Like 65 inches this month in one spot. That's a lot of inches of rain.
Oh, let's not start
spot.
this again.
Because it'll have 65 inches in one spot, 20 in another. Hawaii's weird. It rains uneven.
A little over 5 feet. We don't need a ruler or a yardstick. Remember
Right,
yesterday?
right, exactly. All right, so we're going to call Miss Wendy. I don't know if y'all have, but she used to be on meth or something.
Ice.
Ice, baby.
Ice, and she's all jacked up, and she's living in Hawaii, and she's an old friend of mine, and she's always been just a drug addict. And drug addicts are fun to talk to once in a while. I mean, you just get a little dose of them.
Right. She had sex with an ice dealer in a park and got knocked up.
But
A
not
big
just
Samoan
any
guy.
ice dealer. Yeah, Samoan ice
Samoan.
dealer.
And she's like 4'2".
This guy's
And she had like an 8-pound baby or something. Anyway, I know it doesn't sound that funny.
Wait until you hear her.
Yeah, wait until you, honestly, because, the people that are all jacked up and they don't know they're jacked up, really fun for little increments.
Yeah.
Tiny little,
The problem is when we call, she lives with her parents, and they don't think it's so funny,
Yeah,
her
'cause
messed up
she's
life.
supposed to be
It's
sober.
5:40 in the morning there right now.
And she's supposed to be sober. We'll just try. Shall we try real
Yeah,
fast?
try real quick.
Okay, here we go. This
Because
will
it's
never-
probably not going to go well.
It won't go, and her brother hangs up on us, and then everybody's pissed. But we'll call from the flood something. Like,
the
agency.
Hawaiian Flood Control Agency.
Yeah,
Which doesn't have a good acronym either. So let's not try.
Our cow. I don't know.
Hi, we're calling from our cow.
Should I ask, or should you ask? Like
You, this is your friend.
Okay.
Maybe she'll answer. We'll get lucky.
And people get less irate with women.
Hello?
Hi, is Wendy there?
Oh, yeah. I think. Who's this?
This is her friend Jamie.
Oh, okay. You know what? Check her back. If she's there, she's there downstairs.
Oh, well, we're on the radio in Los Angeles.
Oh, hold on.
Okay.
Hold on.
I was going to go with Child Protective Services.
No, not funny.
No, but they'd get her on the
But
phone.
remember, she had it taken away
No,
from
I
her.
know, but they'd get her on the phone.
Not so funny.
Buzzkill.
Yeah, not funny. Why am I whispering?
I don't know. We're not sleeping. It's
I
not
know.
5 in the morning.
That's
here.
right, Jack. That's right. I can get my Madley voice back.
That's right.
What the hell?
Hello.
Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put him on hold. Monica, will you pick up the line? So I'm going to put him on hold. Monica will pick up the line, and then when we come back, yeah?
Yeah, Miss Wendy.
All right, when we come back, Miss Wendy, you guys love her, swear to God.
Jamie J.
Woo! That's right. Hoorah! Ladies and gentlemen, live from Hawaii. In the middle of it all, the floods, the killer floods.
Wow, crazy floods.
Yeah, Ms Wendy!
Yay, Ms Wendy!
Good morning, guys.
Hi, Ms Wendy. How are you?
Doing pretty good.
How long have you been sober, Miss Wendy?
Wow, going on over 2.5 years.
Shut up.
No, seriously.
How many times have you cheated?
Over 2 no. No, you know what? I've been clean and sober now for a while. I just been taking care of my son, and that's pretty much it. This morning he woke up, sounds like he has a frog in his throat.
Yeah, how old is he now?
About 2.5.
See, she's
Yeah.
smart. She did the
Right,
math.
she did the math. Except puts her dirty during the pregnancy, but
Yeah.
should really go with like 3.
Yeah, 3.5, something like
Yeah.
that, because there's that whole 9 months of pregnancy.
No, because remember I cheated and my son got taken away.
Oh yeah, her son got taken away, right?
Right.
Yeah, that was kind of sad for a little while.
Yeah, it is sad when your kid gets taken away.
Yeah. That's up there on the
Just a little.
on the sad scale. That's
yeah,
pretty high.
That's pretty high, right? And so we can't even probably joke about her being
Right.
the other way because they might come by again.
Yeah.
Right.
Where's the Samoan?
No, where's Danny? No, just
I don't know. Probably where the Samoan is. Where is the Samoan, by the way?
the baby or the dad?
The dad.
He's still using and you know what? Last night, oh my God, Jamie, you wouldn't believe what I did.
What?
Oh,
Because I think I have some hormone challenges. I called him up and I was like, he wasn't being very understanding with the baby or with my life, so I was like, oh yeah, you can tell your friend, because I think he's kind of screwing around. So I was like, oh, you can tell that girl that you're screwing around with that I screwed her ex-old man and the man she's with today. And I hung up the phone and I just couldn't sleep well at all. I went that low. And who knows if it's the truth, right?
So you still talk to the Samoan?
I do. I had to get my cash yesterday. He's selling drugs. I had to get my money.
And how much does he pay you for the baby?
Well, I try to get at least $300 a week because diapers are expensive. Because I heard he's raking them in.
Selling drugs, paying
Yeah.
for a baby, you know? And what are you doing these days?
Well, I went back to school.
Oh, Jesus.
wow.
Wendy, we've gone through this 3 times now.
Yeah. What school now?
Yeah.
Well, not nail school.
Oh, nail school's nice.
No, it wasn't. Miss Wendy very high when she tried to put on my nail during the finals. Miss Jamie, tell me what they're doing. Tell me what they're doing so I do it. And I'm like, I don't know, Wendy. Oh, I'm so high. You got to help me.
Wow.
Not that bad.
Wendy.
Okay.
Remember
the
when you
day.
got lost in Phoenix and you called the radio station because you didn't know where you were?
Okay.
Because you were so high?
All the roads are just straight.
It's all desert.
All the roads just real straight. Just real straight. All right, so you went what school? Jack wanted to know what school.
Well, I go to Leeward Community College. It's a community college.
What
That's
are you
good,
studying?
But that's good. It's better than one of those institutes.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
It's better than a trade school for
Yeah.
Wendy.
Well, just working on my AA and taking courses I need to go to nursing school.
Oh, they're never gonna let you around drugs, Wendy.
Yeah.
You're going to nursing school?
They're not gonna let her do that.
Wendy, I don't know with your record if they'll let you be a nurse.
I checked it out, only for pharmaceutical.
Oh.
All right, well, that's good. Do you have a boyfriend?
No. Oh.
Is
Hey,
your
your
dog
s-
barking?
No, your
No,
son's
that's
barking.
my son. Jamie, he's really sick, and I heard you're pregnant. Good luck.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow, no congratulations
No,
from Miss Wendy. Just
good
good luck.
luck.
Yeah.
Point and laugh.
No, Jamie, are you serious?
I'm serious.
Like, out of wedlock?
Yeah, you know what? I wanted to emulate your life.
Well, Danny's already doing a great job.
She doesn't know he's not here, I don't think. She has no idea, like, the whole drama either. Hey, Wendy?
Yeah.
Well, never mind. Yeah, never mind. Hey, also, what happened to your ex-fiance? Remember, his name was Jamie, too. Where is he? Have you talked to him?
No, you know what? He programmed Star 101.9 here.
Yeah.
And I see his girlfriend in the papers, maybe like once every 4 months.
And what's she in there for?
Just for being the program director's girlfriend with the morning crew.
Oh, because, Wendy, before she got all screwed up, she used to do her own little morning show in Hawaii.
Wow.
Right.
Yeah, go ahead and do your break. Like, do a break like you used to do it. With the weather and everything, and the time and what's coming
the
up.
Weather. Yeah, the weather's important right now.
Do the whole thing.
Are you serious?
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, the weather sucks here in Honolulu, Hawaii on 98 on Star.
No, you were I-something.
Oh, on Hot I-94.
Yeah, remember? You were Ms Wendy, yeah.
Well, I might start doing weekends again.
Yeah, right.
Wow.
She did the afternoon show until the one day she didn't know who she was. And then they pulled her off the air.
Hey, you might need to be off for a little while.
It's okay. It happens here all the time, too.
Yeah. Sober up, you're fine.
All right, so are you okay with the floods? That's really why we called.
Yeah, the floods are pretty bad, mainly on Kauai.
Yeah.
But here it's like not that bad. You know, they say on the news, like, they're lying, they're not here.
Yeah, so everything's dry, you're fine?
Not really dry, but...
What island are you on?
Not that bad. On Oahu.
Oh, okay.
Big island.
I know that this is so personal that she just makes me laugh, because
No, she's fun.
She just, one day I saw her in Hawaii, I went to visit her, and she was dating her cousin.
Jamie, stop.
Wow.
Were you not?
Oh, Calabash.
What?
Not Calabash, not blood.
Calabash,
what
I don't
does
know
that
what
mean?
means.
Calabash, not blood.
We don't know what that means.
What does that mean?
Well, when you're not blood related, we just say Calabash.
Right.
So it's okay.
Yeah.
That's good, because I got some hot cousins.
Oh, dude, those are Calabash.
Calabash, dude.
Rock on, yeah, brah.
Oh, man. Well, I'm no fun anymore because I don't do drugs and anything. So.
Oh.
But congratulations on your pregnancy.
Well, thank you. Do you still put wine in your Diet Coke cup?
Not anymore. I'm boring.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, the screwdrivers.
It's good to be boring, Wendy. It's
Yeah,
okay.
it is really good. I'm very proud of you, although I don't believe it for a second because I'm not supportive. Because I think that Wendy's a lion. Well, it's just that one time when you were at my house, you were grinding your teeth really bad and you're like freaking out. And I said, Wendy, what's wrong? And you're like, I took something. I'm like, what is that? I don't know, but I can't stop grinding my teeth.
You know what? Was it that
good.
bad?
Yeah, you were all jacked up, but you were fun. But that's because I was sober and it was fun to watch. Like,
Wendy, do you want to come back here and be a nanny?
oh,
Jamie's looking
real
for a
nice.
nanny.
Yeah, because I want somebody to share meth with my baby.
She's all clean now.
Right, Jack. I don't believe this for a
I
second.
don't believe her either.
You guys. Well, I'm glad I could make you guys laugh with my life story.
Sorry.
Hey, good luck in nursing school.
Thank you. Keep in touch.
Okay, bye.
Don't ever get sick in Hawaii.
I know it's just I know.
No, but okay, didn't anybody else think nursing school? She just wants to get some drugs.
You can't get into nursing school.
There's
Jack's
no way.
right.
Yeah, you get samples that you had to handle. There's no way.
This girl is the most jacked up person I've ever met in my life, but she was so cute about it that it wasn't a tragedy, Because she was like, it was so funny, which it is a tragedy.
She's got
but
her kid back. She's got to be somewhat on the straight and narrow.
She's living with her parents, and she's
But she got the kid back. They gave her back, so she
Right.
might be
And
cleaned up.
Luckily, her drug dealer ex-boyfriend pays
Yes, is making a lot of money.
little cash.